is loud and it is wet as we welcome you inside Lumen Field on your standard rain-filled afternoon.
Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. More now to return. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Shotgun now for Murray. This one complete to the running back, Chase Edmonds. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. To Edmonds on the toss. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
You think about this strong safety position. You know, they're the more bulkier guys in the free safety, but that time great athleticism to hustle in and break up that play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And if you look at the next-gen stats, you'll see that he topped out at an even 21 miles an hour. Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Snap comes to Murray at 1. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
1st down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
I was like, bro, right.
All right, it's Granny.
I used to live
I live right next to the Giant, and this girl lives across the street from the Giant at the Apex joint. So I was like, yo, she's like, you live right there? I was like, that's me right there, brother, in the space school.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now.
What you mean? I'm watching my team.
Throwing now is Murray. And looking for Cook, but this pass is intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Yep.
Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Nope.
Now we know why their offensive staff
This nigga said not yet.
Trying to prepare for this one because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at
that's the same thing I'm trying to do.
How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason.
I'm
We just
not
saw
capping.
one example right there.
Protecting myself.
Yo, why you breakdancing?
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, this defense for the Cardinals, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball down.
That's fentanyl
when all you're
shit,
seeing
man.
is
That
opposing
shit is
jerseys come at you.
They go
The
back to Carson here on
dude,
second.
get him out of
Up to the
here.
43-yard
Go.
All right, Charles, we've spoken about this offense plenty.
Nah, that's how
great
Colt
they've been
Brennan
all
died. That's
year.
the thing.
9-0 now, into the back half of the season.
Colt Brennan,
Super
when he
Bowl
died in,
favorites without a doubt. I think everyone agrees on that.
No, he was doing fentanyl, Wiley.
I think it's
Fentanyl, Wiley. He was
I think it's their
fentanyl
team, how they
those
approach things, how they
Yeah, Colt
conduct
Brennan,
themselves during the week, practicing, getting ready,
Yeah.
and then going out and playing.
Yeah,
Can't take your
full
foot
hot
off the gas
movement.
pedal at this stage.
Yeah, that's
Doesn't
the dude
matter if it's a
that
weak team you're playing or not. Look, when I talk
Yeah.
to one of the best golfers of
he
all
said.
time, he told me he never played against the field. He just played against himself and his own standard.
First place in the division. Stop playing.
14 and a Seahawk first. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter.
We are.
Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you
The
actually
Eagles
need
got to
some
win
help.
versus
It's not
a
just your pure speed getting to the
non-divisional
corner, making
team.
sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit
But
doesn't
we
get you. And
beat a
oftentimes,
divisional
those
opponent, so
wide
that means it's
receivers,
first
tight
place.
ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control
Thank you.
the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
I mean, we're still 1-1, but we have a divisional win, and they don't have a divisional win.
Zaven Collins, rookie first-round pick there on the stop. Well, this defense for the Cards, they were very
that's how it
strong
was.
last week in the win over Carolina.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week. Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
That's the practice squad.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Calvin Ridley, Kyle Pitt.
Throwing is Wilson. Over the middle, he finds Eskridge. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking
they
is
put a 49.
finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out, you've won.
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead.
Yep. I mean, you're right, but
Jason Myers now for the extra point.
I say the secondary is not there.
And we'll see
Definitely
if
ain't
this
there.
rain affects the team's decisions going forward.
Yeah.
But they kick it here, and it's good.
Corners getting cooked, safeties can't cover, tight ends. There's a lot of things going on here. Yo, this man is holding. Oh, my Lord.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Set to return it. Here's Moore. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
I got it for the free. Right, we're there again. He's supposed to be game changer. He around here. Matter of fact, that's why I got my Madden fight.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And there are parts of their last
Bro,
drive
you're
they'd
down.
like to
What are you
emulate.
talking
Of course,
about?
they'd like to forget the inning, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part.
DeAndre Hopkins, he's all alone. 20, 10, 5, and he takes it all the way down to the 3. Oh, and CD, we have certainly seen this guy make some magic with the ball in his hands. He was top 10 in the NFL last year in yards after the catch.
Yeah, this is what we mean when we talk about flipping the field, having your offense look at going a long way to a short way after he makes a play. His ability to do that, evident. Able to make the catch there, keep his momentum going, and just continue downfield.
And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. Now, keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the ball.
On that thing every play. And throw into triple coverage with that. How is that a pick? I see that. Oh, well, you're fighting
From the 2 now, second and goal.
Yep.
Now this time, Murray to
fuck
throw
him.
it.
Fuck the Cowboys are doing good. But that
Flush
dude
to
is
his
good.
right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyler Murray, touchdown number 18 on the year. And
We
the
definitely
Cardinals
will
are
have
just an extra
more than
point
250
away
yard
from tying
games.
this game.
That is definitely good for that when he plays with Washington. Oh, my bad. That shit was down there.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
From the 29, Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 15 of the year and second of the game. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead is up to 8. So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll start things out by handing to Edmonds. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Cardinal first down, Murray to Hopkins. From the gun, Murray. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Well, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline. And now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
On first down, Carson. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll take us to the end of the first quarter. After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports. They go back to Carson here on second. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. Here's Wilson. Open man is Eskridge. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Wilson able to hook up with Eskridge. First down, Seattle. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Carson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Carson. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Now it's Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Now a 3rd and goal situation as this Arizona defense tries to stand tall once more. They'll try to run with Carson. And Carson unable to make it to the yellow line as the defense bottles him up. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. First carry for James Conner. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards there on the play as they try to chip away at this 15-point deficit.
And there's James Conner with a run that gets everyone's attention. He joined the Arizona Cardinals after 4 years in Pittsburgh, and his best year with the Steelers, 2018, named a Pro Bowler after 973-yard, 13-touch.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks. Great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17. They'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down. Murray going to throw. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked off at the 14.
And, Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you're trying to force plays, right? You're trying to get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
41 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Zaven Collins
in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson. They set up the screen to Penny. Finding room at the 30. And finally brought down at the 34-yard line. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Penny.
And this will be a Seahawks first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Now Rashad Penny. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the one, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Going deep for Hopkins. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And that was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. Escaping the press, and he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. And not his best effort there, as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach.
Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone. Myers connects on the PAT, and they open the lead up now to 25. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. He'll swing that out to Edmonds. And he is going to lose yardage here. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. Alton Robinson with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Here's Andy Lee now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch called for. No gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
They go back to Carson here on 2nd. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He hits his target, Lockett. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A 3rd down gain of 19. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. This is Carson. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
They go back to Carson here on 2nd. Carson the 1st down and more. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Chris Carson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks offense continues to pour it on. Well, it has been the passing game that's really been responsible for much of the scoring so far. Let's not forget about this running attack. They're pretty good, too, as evidenced right there.
And I think, Brandon, the fact that they've thrown the ball so well contributed to that touchdown because that was a defense that was really keyed up to cover those receivers. All they wanted to do was blanket them. They didn't have enough men in the box to stop the run, and you saw the end result.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Murray. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Chase Edmonds, the man he was looking for, but it's going to be 2nd down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. But the passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And we sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now.
Now Murray. He finds Hopkins complete. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still,
no yardage.
Okay.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. To throw is Murray. Able to find Isabella. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That one goes for 24 yards. Murray to air it out again. On the screen, this is Edmonds. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. Touchdown! Chase Edmonds, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals cut into that lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Here's Chris Claybrooks to return. And able to get this out to the 25.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
147 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson, and he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory.
Zaven Collins there to make the play defensively.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 45-yard line.
They run it with Carson. Carson the first down and more. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson, 45 yards. And the Seahawks get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. For the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Moore now on the return. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He's now just 3 yards shy of 197 yards receiving on the contest and a first down. On play action, it's Murray. Going deep for Hopkins. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 44 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10. Right at the 40. To throw, it's Murray. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cardinals get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. 3rd time's the charm on the extra point as he gets this one to go. And that trims the lead a bit, but still standing at 26 points. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to at the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down. Now a give, right side. Carson.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On first down, it's Carson. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try and run some clock here with Penny. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The Seahawks on third down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. They'll run on first down. Carson. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
On third down, it's Carson, and he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Carlos Dunlap, the one who got in there to make the stop behind the line. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Murray. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Facing this 4th quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. And they take a knee. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Seahawks, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year.
And they will hit the road next week to take on Washington.
Meanwhile, for Arizona, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they will finally get an extra week to heal up a bit as they will get the late bye in Week 12.